Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late-season win. It's the Steelers going up against the Texans.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw. Webb. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue, landed. Got three down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. To throw on third down, Webb. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Jackson's got it over the middle. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right there around the 35-yard line. First down, Murray. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They go with Murray again. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3rd and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Shifts by him. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 55 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. The tight end changing his position. On the run, it's Crowell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Detroit.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They run it with McKinnon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jerick McKinnon, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down. Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Here's Watson. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right on the 30-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Check. Flex round. Let's go. Brad 38.
Watson just beating the play clock. That's taken in by the rookie Josh Malone. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Flex round. Let's go.
They run with Murray. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Let's go. What? 9.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Murray. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Gone! Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
On 2nd down, Webb. That's pulled in by the rookie Kenny Galladay. Evades him at the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue landing.
McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Over.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10, Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Webb. And this is incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll toss it to Crowell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Quick feet by Crowell. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now let's go. Leopard. Detroit.
Now McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jabal Sheard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Sproles, the return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Texans take possession. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, it's Murray. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Here we go. Brand 38.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Texans send the punter out. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Webb. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw from his end zone. Webb. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there. A gain of 14 and a first down. Down, it's Webb. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Sproles. Nifty footwork at the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
I got you, 45. Single. Here we go. White, 90. White, 90.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. J.J. Nelson as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Webb now from the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Second half starts with a run by Murray. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the #1 pick as he gets him behind the line. A run, it's Murray. Shreds the tackle, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. What?
Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. He gets Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now it's Crowell. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Double tight, double tight. All right, here we go. Boom, land it. Gone, 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 gone. Under 10, under 10, 10. Detroit, all right, here we go. Detroit. Green, 39.
Webb now. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Double tight, double tight. Now let's go.
Well, try and run for it with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Isaiah Crowell, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Now Franks for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio.
Throwing again is Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And take it right at the 35. And That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, Webb. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a first down throw. Watson going with a screen for Murray. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. 50.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Toss play to McKinnon. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Ringo. Here we go.
From the gun, Webb. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
A play fake, now Webb. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
First down, Webb. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Off the bootleg, Webb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Leopard! Here we go now. Gone! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Let's go, let's go. Flex round, flex round, flex round, flex round. Here we go.
To throw on second is Watson. Caught by Nelson left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
To throw is Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Watson now on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he is knocked down from the side. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. White, 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Niles Paul, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Double tight, double tight. Come on, flex round, flex round.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st down, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Let's go. 38. Hey, we got 38. Got 4 down.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Malone. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Cut in right. Let's go. What? 90. What? Let's round. Ohio.
Watson looks to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go. Brad 38.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. J.J. Nelson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Crowell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second down, Webb. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 3rd and 4. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Webb. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. So that one will be accepted. Watson. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Now Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on, let's go.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now it's Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Watson now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go. White, London, Ohio, Ohio. Check it out, read.
Again, it's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And, Charles, you talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. That wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was a long-distance kick.
Brandon, it shows you the faith that this coaching staff has in their kicker. You're right. If this goes wrong, you're going to give up the ball near midfield. But that was an absolute rainmaker, and it's going to give them a late lead.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. And now, look at the clock. Only 7 seconds remain. Second down now after the incompletion. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Now let's go.
Back to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. One final try here for Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Texans, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.